Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use Local FTP Server from the Katana configuration tool. I'm assuming you have the configuration tool installed on your computer. So first of all, let's launch the application, then click Server in the menu bar and launch Local FTP Server. A new window will open. This is the control window for the FTP server. So by default there are no settings that you need to configure unless you want to change the port number, which is 8080 by default. So if everything suits here, you can click Start Server and you will see that the server is now running at your FTP at your IP address and the port 8080. Now we need to add a user. This user will be used by Katana voice recorder to connect to FTP server and upload the recordings. We click Add User and then fill in the information. We specify some username, for example test, then the password, which actually can be left blank, and the root directory. This is the folder on your computer where the recordings should be stored. I will select desktop. When all the information is filled in, I click Add and I see that my FTP server has a user named test. Now we can go back to configuration tool to create some configuration for the recorder. First we specify the name, for example local FTP test. Then I need to change my time zone because I'm in GMT +3. And then I proceed to Wi-Fi settings. Here I enter my access point name and the password, and you should enter yours. So here you enter your Wi-Fi name, here you enter your Wi-Fi pass. Then we proceed to FTP settings. First of all, we need to change the IP address and then the port number. But we can click this button, local, and when we click it, the IP address and port number are automatically changed to correspond the ones of your computer. Next thing is the FTP username and password. This is the information that we entered when we added a user to the server. So our username is test and the password is also test. Now if you don't want to change any sound settings, you can save configurations immediately, or you can proceed to next tabs and configure some additional settings. So now I'm actually clicking File, Save Configurations, and save them on the SD card. That's it. Now as I save the settings, I eject the SD card from the computer and plug it into the recorder. So when we're finished with configurations, we go back to our local server window and we will now observe all the actions that are being performed by a recorder. We will see the entries appear in the server console, and now we have only 2, but as soon as the recorder starts to communicate with an FTP server, we see that new entries appear. So we see that the recorder has logged in, created some directory, started uploading file, then finished doing it, uploaded the configuration file that it was working with, and also provide the status of the recorder. The status consists of 3 parameters: voltage, signal strength, and the free space. This log can be exported for future analysis by clicking export log, and then in the save window dialog we can select where we want to save it, for example to desktop, and name it some test, and then click save. That's it. Now we've saved our log and we can see actually all information appeared in a text file. So basically that's it. You can see that using the local FTP server is pretty straightforward and easy and has plenty of various applications.